skeletal and energy systems respond to acute exercise. Increased blood supply. Because our muscles are demanding more oxygen, we also begin to take up more oxygen from the blood as it passes through the muscles. The capillaries become more dilated, allowing this to happen. This happens because we need more oxygen to get to the working muscles faster due to the amount of red blood cells carrying oxygen. And we need to get rid of all the waste products, including CO2 and lactic acid, which affect the working muscles. This increase in blood supply is used to help increase the flow of oxygen, as the more blood supply that goes around the body, the more oxygen there is getting around. Muscle pliability. More blood is pumped through the muscles, excess heat is generated, muscle tissues warm up. The warmer the muscle, the more pliable it becomes. The muscle's tissue is able to stretch to greater lengths without tearing. As muscle tissues warm up, the rate of nervous impulses being sent increases. Heat therefore increases speed of nervous transmission. Range of movement increase. Increased production of synovial fluid. This is because exercise means our joints are more moving quickly, so there needs to be more synovial fluid in the joints to allow this movement. As the joints get warmer, there is an increase of elastic of tendons and ligaments. The joints become warmer, the synovial fluid becomes thinner, making movement more efficient, increased movement and mobility of the joints. Muscle fibre micro tears. During exercise, tiny tears called micro tears develop within the muscle fibres. Muscles, when put under excess stress, such as lifting weights, can cause small tears in the muscles called microfiber tears. During rest from training and exercise, muscles then repair the tears. Muscle reacts to these micro tears by adding more protein to the muscle, resulting in muscle growth. Micro tears are tiny and cause mild to moderate soreness and stiffness. The energy system responses to acute exercise. Creatine phosphate. This energy system is an instant and is used for exercise that requires short bursts of hard energy like sprinting. The primary source of this energy system is ATP and is boosted by creatine. A supplement which is high in creatine is taken by professional runners such as Johan Blake, and creatine increases its energy his muscles can store at one moment. So when ATP is running low, creatine helps resupply the ATP, and more creatine means you'll be able to sprint faster or lift heavier weights. When you use up all the creatine, you start to become fatigued and exhausted and start to slow down and move more to the aerobic system. Lactic acid system. This energy system is a short-term energy system, however it is not as short as the phosphate energy system and would be best for a 400 metre sprint, but it wouldn't be good for any long-term events. The energy comes from the breakdown of glucose and glycogen, which produce ATP, and no oxygen is used in this process, so the body is working anaerobically. The system can put up with 60 to 90 seconds of high intensity work and can be done on this system. However, the problem with this system is that it produces lactic acid which diffuses into the blood and muscles. However, if it does not diffuse, it builds up, causing cramp and can cause discomfort in the muscles, and the muscles don't contract properly and causes cramps. The easiest way to get rid of lactic acid is to exercise more and make sure you do a good cool down after exercise. Running on this system can cause fatigue and you'll need to slow down and move to your aerobic system. This system is used in long distances of exercise as it uses oxygen, which we have no shortage of and is constantly available. It will be used in places such as marathons if you are running at a steady pace for a long duration of time and don't require bursts of energy. During everyday exercise such as walking to work, this system is used. However, this energy system is slow to produce energy, so the body also breaks down any food and stores fat to help this energy system keep up with demand. When at a slow pace, your body would use fat as the energy source and will break it down with enzymes. But if you are on this energy system and speed up, you'll be moving onto the lactic acid system. Energy continuum. Energy is obtained through food, particularly carbohydrates and fats. This energy is transferred from the food into the contractile proteins in muscles. The ability for the body to do this will determine the capacity at which the body is able to exercise at different intensities. ATP is the energy currency of cells and is continuous supply of this energy for the body. Energy requirements for different activities: archery, high in ATP and low in lactic acid; basketball, high in ATP, moderate in lactic acid and low in aerobic; and hockey, high ATP, moderate lactic and high aerobic. The cardiovascular and respiratory system's responses to acute exercise. Heart rate anticipatory. The main short-term effect that happens to the cardiovascular system is our heart rate increases during exercise. Depending on how hard you work, our heart rate will increase if you are exercising hard for a long period of time. Our heart rate will keep increasing until reaching a peak. Even before exercise, our heart rate will start to increase as the brains know you're about to release small amounts of adrenaline, which increases heart rate ready for exercise, which is called an anticipatory response. Activity response. From the moment the anticipatory response kicks in, our cardiac outputs increase, which means our heart pumps more blood per minute. So when your heart rate increases, so does the cardiac output. Because when we exercise, our muscles are used, which require more oxygen, so our heart rate increases, which thereby increases our cardiac output to get more oxygen-rich blood in our muscles. Also, our stroke volume increases, which is the amount of blood that is pumped out of the heart in 1 minute. Increased blood pressure. Another short-term effect that is that when we exercise, our blood pressure increases since our heart pumps faster, which then increases our flow rate, which increases the speed at which blood is delivered to our muscles. Vasodilation and vasocontraction. Vasodilation and vasocontraction is what makes the blood travel to where it is needed, such as our muscles, lungs, hearts, and away from where it is not needed, such as inactive organs, which makes the system more efficient. Respiratory system responses to acute exercise. Increase in breathing rate. Another effect, which would be that the diaphragm muscles work harder and stretch further in order for the lungs to expand more and take more air in at once. As we exercise at a high capacity, our breathing rate increases by a lot, but each person has their own maximum breathing rate, which is called VO2 maximum. So during exercise, vital capacity increases to keep up with the demand for energy being used by our muscles. Tidal volume. There are a few short-term effects of exercise on the respiratory system. The most common being that when we exercise, we breathe more deeply and faster in order to take in more oxygen and release carbon dioxide, which is called our tidal volume. On average, at resting rate, we take in around 15 breaths per minute, but when we exercise, this increases.